Across this great nation, there is a culture of people who carry on a heritage. They have an intangible quality that can't be described, but it comes from deep within their hearts. They share an appreciation for the greatest things that come from Mother Earth. They watch over, understand, and care for the vast wilds of this great country. Fishing, hunting, and trapping are the foundations that Canada was built on. For over 2 centuries, we have taken to the woods and water to pursue wild game. Today, it's about conservation, preservation, and wildlife management. Whether you are a man or woman, fish or hunt, you should support sound wildlife management and proudly say, I am an angler and hunter. The Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters proudly presents Angler and Hunter Television. Brought to you by Canadian Tire, a proud partner of Angler and Hunter Television. Mercury Marine and Lund Boats. Yamaha ATVs. Browning Firearms. Rapala. Winchester Ammunition. Bushnell. Excalibur Crossbows. And Yukon Gear.
Fishing has been referred to as a pastime, a sport, a form of art, and even a method to catch food for sustenance. But look at that bruiser. Early in the morning, no matter how you refer to it, fishing is a fantastic way to get outdoors and experience Mother Nature firsthand. Today, I'm going to go through the basics of what you'll need to gear up with in order to get your favorite fish to smash a topwater lure. Muskie! I got me a muskie! He's mad. Mad muskie. He's not the biggest muskie, but man, do they fight. Wow. Holy smokes. I guarantee that if you take a person who has never fished a day in their life out in the boat and get them into some topwater action, that person will be hooked on fishing for life. Look at that. Nice little muskie. He's got a big future ahead of him. Holy smokes, who needs coffee in the morning? My blood is pumping. I'm awake now. The rest of the lake's probably awake too. Regardless of what you're fishing for, it's the anticipation of getting a bite or a strike that keeps us all coming back. So today, I'm going to share with you quite possibly the most addictive method to elicit a strike from a fish. Those are probably fish. A method that will have fish exploding through the surface of the water with heart-stopping strikes to try and grab a topwater lure. The chug bug hooks him good. He's not a big fish, but he's got good genetics. Look at that. Wow. You need to get bigger. So this morning I'm going to be tying on 3 types of baits. A popper, which is this chug bug right here. A walking bait. I've got the Rapala X-Wrap walks. So this walks on the surface. And then a prop bait. I've got a bunch of them here. It's called the X-Prop. They're all Rapala baits. The one with the prop, you can reel and buzz. The X-Walk, you can walk the dog. And then of course the chug bug pops. And you can actually walk the dog with it too. But It's nice and calm. You can see a bit of a haze on the water here. I've got them all tied. I've got 6.3 to 6.6 medium heavy rods, and they all have a sort of a soft tip, so that when you do get a fish on, there's a bit of give there, because I am using braid. You don't want to pull the hooks out of them. So basically what I do is I'll just start casting. I'll look for rocks. Oh, son. Maybe a stump or a weed bed. Any structure you can see, throw this at them and try and get a hook up.
This portion of Angler and Hunter Television brought to you by Yamaha ATVs.
If there's a time of day you could freeze and just have it to fish in, this would be it. Yeah, I could get up every morning and fish topwater and then just go back to bed and wake up and do it again. Is that possible? Over top of the weed. Oh, he missed it. Did you see that? Now don't set the hook and reel the bait in. Let it sit, because that fish might come back. And oftentimes there's more than one fish. So sometimes there's a little guy. He hits it. If he misses it, a bigger fish will come and take it. See that? I slowed it down and he smashed it. Largemouth. Oh, he's got that in his mouth. Look at him down here. Just a little guy, but awesome. You gotta love when fish eat topwater. Holy. He wasn't getting off. Look at this guy now. He's been in a muskie's mouth. Right here, you'll see a notch and a notch. Look at that. Survivor. Go and get bigger. Okay, so like I was talking about with the baits, there's a few different techniques you can use when you topwater fish. Now, with this X-Wrap walk, I'm going to walk the dog. And basically, it's going to be a side-to-side action. I've tied it directly to the braid. And like I said, I've got it on an R-type 6.6 medium heavy rod. And I've got 50-pound Suffix braid on there now. With the braid, you got to be careful when you set the hooks and when you fight fish. You want that soft tip, and you want to have your drag set back a little bit so that the fish, if it wants to pull, it can. Because with braid, you can pull those treble hooks out of their mouth. But for the most part, when you walk the dog, you just cast it out, let it sit for a second, just in case there's a fish in the area. Nothing hits it, start retrieving. And basically, you just turn the handle nice and slow. And while you're doing that, you just pop your rod tip up and down. And then you get a side-to-side action. Now you can speed it up, or you can do nice, long, slow ones. But the key is always have your hand turning the reel. That's enough of that. Got a bit of action on it there, but I'm gonna go back to the chug bug. Chug bug's a little noisier, and you can leave it sitting longer. Whereas with the X-Walk, if you leave it sitting, sometimes it'll turn and face away from you, and then you'll get your line and your hooks. So give this chug bug a go. So like any topwater fishing, every time you cast, let that thing sit for a couple seconds. Let the ripples disappear a bit there. Now with a chug bug or a popping bait, you can work them a lot slower and make a lot more noise. Here comes. He was right behind you. See that wake? Here he is. Got him. Oh, he got off. God, I thought I had him there. Jeez, you see that? I was burning it. You can see his wake behind it. he ate it, my bait went underwater, but I never hooked him. What could have been? Probably an 8-pound giant bass. Man. Knew there was one there. Hold you up. I saw the splash. Oh my God, there's a bigger one with him. I don't know, 4, maybe 5-pound largemouth. Right with him. I'm gonna need pliers for him. Oh, there's a big bruiser down there swimming right underneath them. Darn. So when you're topwater fishing, I talked probably about it already, but the thing is, you're always going to get that most aggressive fish, and oftentimes there's more than one. So, for instance, if that fish had have missed, like I've missed a few earlier, leave your bait in the water. Probably getting sick of me hearing me say that, but because oftentimes there's 2 or 3 fish, and right there is a perfect case. If he had have missed it, that big boy might have took a shot at, and I would have got him. But instead, I got the little one. Morning's ending soon. The wind is coming, but don't quit fishing just because it gets a breeze comes up. That's for sure.
This portion of Angler and Hunter Television brought to you by Winchester Ammunition.
So the morning's broken. You can see there's a bit of a ripple on the water now. The wind's starting to come up. So I switched to the X prop. I can't see the weeds. I can't see what I'm casting to as good. So I'm just going to sort of start covering water with this. And one thing I like to do is buzz it like a buzz bait. You can twitch it and all that wonderful stuff too, but you can really buzz it over top of stuff and a lot of times get a good reaction strike. Now, casting to the shallows is the most effective method to catch active fish, but it's not always the rule. I like this bait. Little ripple, little rain, little wind, still makes lots of noise. Fish suspended in deep water can also be drawn to the surface to eat. Almost like fishing a buzz bait. It's having the confidence to throw them in various conditions that will have you getting more and more hits on top. Got him. Nice one. Smallie. Oh, he's not that big, but he made a big swirl. He was just on the edge of the sand weed. Oh, he's barely hooked. He hasn't even jumped. There we go. Now. There. Made a big boil. I thought I had a big one. I'll work with him. Whew. Didn't jump though, did you notice that? But he wanted it. So look at this thing. I'm gonna throw it in the water here. It's called the X prop. So it's basically a Rapala minnow, propeller at each end, no lip, little chicken feather tail, and it rips up the water. You can twitch it or just buzz it. Most would think that bass are the most common fish to catch on topwater lures. Oh, I missed it. See that? And although they are usually the most willing to participate, might have been a little musky. The fact is, you can catch nearly any species that swims in Canada on topwater baits. Got him. It's a pike. He's off. It's a little tiny pike. I personally like to use a shorter bait casting rod and reel combo. It allows for precise casting control and also easy manipulation of the rod so you can work baits from all angles. 6'1" to 6'6" medium heavy rods with a fast tip would be ideal rods for topwater. Came out from underneath that raft, largemouth. Oh, it doesn't matter how many times I catch a fish on a topwater bait. Whoa. Oh. Ooh. Man, it gets me pumped. Now I put this bait on direct braid because I was throwing it around pencil reeds. Easy, but there's lots of hooks in it, so you got to be careful. Wow. Where's my wee pliers? There they are. Yeah, we just went through a patch of pencils by this dock, and not much action at all for a while there. But Fatty, he came screaming out from underneath that sea-doo there and ate that. Whoa! Nice. Whew. Scared me. So if you look over here, there's pencil reeds, and I just basically tied this. It's on a soft rod, but I tied it on directly to the suffix braid so that if I got caught in the pencils, I could pull it out. Take it easy. Whew. Scared me. He's got his life jacket on. He's coming to get us.
The Fishing Edge is brought to you by Minn Kota and Humminbird.
To get the edge over the fish, I used a variety of Rapala and Storm topwater baits. My go-to bait is the Storm Chug Bug. I tie it to a 10-pound Suffix fluorocarbon leader on 20-pound Suffix braided line. A 6'3" medium-heavy extra-fast tipped Rapala shift rod and a Rapala shift 200 series baitcast reel allowed me to accurately cast to and land fish that fell prey to the topwater baits. Whoa.
This portion of Angler and Hunter Television brought to you by Canadian Tire.
Canada is a vast and varied land, and no one understands that better than anglers and hunters. And no one understands anglers and hunters better than Canadian Tire. With close to 500 stores coast to coast and specialized pro shops that carry an enhanced assortment of top brand names, you can be sure to find everything you need for your next fishing or hunting trip. My favorite way to catch any fish is with topwater baits. Now, we all know that bass love topwater lures and often explode right out of the water when they strike. It used to be that the old standbys, jitterbugs, or hula poppers were your best options. But a lot has changed, and modern technology has allowed for some deadly designs that have specific actions for fooling fish into biting. Like the Rapala Skitter Pop, it can be popped, twitched, or walked side to side. Now, for those that like buzzbaits, the Rapala X-Rap Prop is deadly and features a flash feather teaser tail that ups your odds of getting a good hook set on fish that hit and run. Using lures that walk, buzz, and pop can be some of the most fun for anglers of all ages. Whether you're an experienced angler or just getting started, Canadian Tire has the quality brands you expect and the cool new products you need. To see more, check out your local Canadian Tire store or go online to canadiantire.ca/proshop. I got him. I've been fishing my whole life, all over North America. And still to this day, the mere mention of catching a fish on a topwater lure gets me so cranked up to hit the water. It overwhelms me, like a kid on Christmas Eve. Over him. Got him. Oh man. That's not a bad pike right there. Catch him on topwater. Oh, he just shot away. The worst part about pike is they're slimy. Ah. Obviously, morning and evening are best times of day for topwater, only because there's not a lot of wind. And when there's low light, the fish tend to be a little more aggressive. Oh, come on. I can't move this guy. He smashed it and went down. It's got to be that smallie. There he is. Oh, I don't know how good he's hooked. Oh, he's on the surface. He's not going to jump. I just got one hook in him. Holy smokes. Easy. Oh, he's still on. Wow. Whoa! I got him. Ah, what an episode. Can you believe that? Where's my pliers? Oh, my nerves are shattered. Ow. Get him unpinned. That is a beauty. You're going back. Yes, thank you. That was a hit. I think we probably had more fish hit the topwater bait than actually get hooked, but that's what it's all about. The hookup percentages are a little lower, but the action percentage is a lot higher, I guess is all I can say. Man, that was awesome. So get a variety of baits. Like I said, I walked, I used prop baits, I used popping baits, and all of them got fish to hit them. And listen to me breathe, I'm still out of breath from that fish. All of them, all of those baits will perform around rocks, weeds, doesn't matter what it is, pike, muskie, walleye, even hit topwater baits, and of course, large and smallmouth bass, man. It's awesome. Maybe I'll try to get this out of the net and get one more. It's so exciting when you get a topwater hit because you don't know what you're gonna have.
Closed captioning of Angler and Hunter Television is brought to you by Ontario Out of Doors Magazine. Angler and Hunter Television has been brought to you by Canadian Tire, Mercury Marine and Lund Boats, Yamaha ATVs, Browning Firearms, Rapala, Winchester Ammunition, Bushnell, Excalibur Crossbows, and Yukon Gear. For more information on the products used in this episode of Angler and Hunter Television, visit ahtv.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Remember, conserve and protect our great outdoors.